Peggy 3.
Welcome to the Boot Room. Every week, myself and Darren Cross from Match Magazine discuss more FIFA 13 tips to make you guys better players. Now, in our very first episode, myself and Darren had a game of FIFA 13, and it's fair to say I was whooped, wasn't I, Darren?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to win that one 4-0, but that was 25 shows ago, and we've just played again recently, and we're going to see if your skills improve.
Yeah, let's see if I've been listening to Darren's tips. Let's hand over to our commentators, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Hi there everybody, I'm Martin Tyler and this is the ground formerly known as St James's Park. The pass doesn't get through because the defender actually recognised the direction it was coming in quickly. Well, here's a chance from the wide position to get it in. On the volley! It's a great sight, this ground up here in Newcastle, pretty much in the city centre. It really is a footballing cathedral.
Well, it's fantastic.
And he heads it for goal. And a goal for Newcastle United. Quick ball. Seen the chance, and it's in. It's a goal. Giroud, and it's in. Trying to make a slight tackle. Well, they're attacking here. Might be a chance for Newcastle. Here's the cross, and it's a header. Super goal here. It's finished now with the final whistle.
So 3-2 there, a much closer game, and crucially I actually managed to score a couple of goals this time.
Yeah, I definitely found it much more difficult to play against you in this one. It was certainly harder to break your defence down, and in attack you were really good as well, and in fact you had the first chance of the game.
Yeah, I did have the first chance. It was a cross in and a volley. Why didn't I score that?
I think you were just a bit unlucky. You did everything right in the build-up. You made some space with the right stick with Podolski. You shrugged off my push-pull attempt by the defender, whipped in a good cross. It was on your striker's strong foot. It was right to shoot in that situation, but the keeper made a good save. It was a good effort.
Then you started to put the pressure on, and this all came from crosses, didn't it?
Yeah, Newcastle have got some good wingers, and I decided to try and test your defence early on with as many crosses as possible. And in fact, my first goal came as a result of 3 crosses in quick succession. So that was a tactic that worked quite well for me.
Now I tried to clear the ball, I tried to stop you crossing in the first place. When that didn't work, I was hitting the shoot button to clear the ball as soon as I could. But sometimes it just kept coming back. Yeah,
I think the first 2, as you said, maybe you could have been a little bit close to start with, but certainly you cleared the ball well, you got it away from danger. The third one I was able to play a quick 1-2, and then I think you just got perhaps caught between the 2 defenders which one to go for, and I was able to head it in.
Yeah, I was a little bit LB happy on that one, deciding who to stick with. Would you say if a cross is coming in, stick with the defender that's nearest the attacker?
Yeah, really, you want to get to the defender that's between the attacker and the ball as quickly as you can, and make sure you get into the air first and get it away. I mean, you don't want to be giving me a free header in positions like that, really.
So it was 1-0, and then I actually managed to score a goal and equalise. There was some hope for me there.
Yeah, and it was a really good goal, and what I liked about this was that it was very hard to predict your movement. In fact, I got it completely wrong. I thought you were going to follow the path of the ball, but you turned the other way very intelligently. And then you still had a little bit of work to do, but you settled down, took your time, got the ball onto your strong foot and stuck it away in the corner. It was a really nice finish.
I remember your feedback from the first game was be more unpredictable, because last time you could just read me completely.
Yeah, and it worked a treat, and that was one of the things that I noticed throughout this game. You were definitely harder to read, so that ultimately makes you a more effective FIFA player.
Wonderful stuff. Okay, 1-1. Of course, it swung back your way again. You got me with one of your custom corners.
Yeah, that's right. I have a corner set up where there's 4 players lined up on the 6-yard box. 3 run out to pick up any sort of rebounds or second balls, and it leaves 1 main striker on the edge of the 6-yard box. Then it was just a case of me aiming for him, and fortunately it went straight to him. Again, I was in a nice position between the ball and your defender, and I was able to head it in.
That actually really caught me by surprise. I didn't expect a lot of players to run away from the goal, so yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, it is a nice one to have, and like I say, if your defender does win the ball, I've got 3 players around the area where he may clear it to pick up any rebound, so it can be quite an effective corner.
And then 2 minutes later, I actually managed to equalise again with a corner.
Yeah, I know you've got a corner technique of your own that works really well.
Yeah, I'd take the quick corner, like you've told me to do, 2 bars of power, float the ball in, and then I hold the right trigger down and actually hit shoot when it comes to my attacker, and I don't know, 5 times out of 10 it usually goes in.
Certainly you took it really well. Your striker was in a great position. I couldn't really do a lot about that with my defenders. I couldn't get to you quick enough, and yeah, you tucked it away for an equaliser.
Second half, not many highlights there. There was a lot of toing and froing and defending and trying to attack, and then finally you come in with the final goal.
Yeah, the second half it could have gone either way quite easily. I think I got a little bit of luck with my third goal in that I went for a skill move over with a player, and it just enticed one of your defenders into a slide tackle for, I think, an interception, which fortunately for me he missed, and then I was able to play a 1-2 again and create that space to get a good cross in. And then I noticed that my striker had a little bit of space to run into, and I was able to get to the ball first and score for the third headed goal of the game.
Now, be honest, Darren, were you getting a little bit worried towards the end there? Because I was pretty much, the last 5 minutes I was camped in your half.
Yeah, I mean, I was just waiting for the ball to go in, really, because I was under a lot of pressure in the second half there, and you put a lot of nice moves together, and I think you were probably quite unlucky not to equalise.
Darren, it's good to see that some of that information you give me is actually sunk in, and it's obvious to see that you're not called Darren Cross for nothing, because all your attacks came from wide areas. How can I improve my game still?
Yeah, I think going forward you've definitely improved. It was much harder to read you. In defence, I think it's, like we said, just being a little bit more patient, and then when the cross does eventually come in, making sure you select the right man quickly, stick with him, and then get to the ball first and clear it from danger.
Great. Are you up for another game on our 50th show?
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. What are we looking at next time?
Next time we're going to look at pro club seasons, why it's a great mode, and how you can get involved.
Excellent. Look forward to that mode. Never tried it. Don't forget, you can catch Darren Cross in Match Magazine every Tuesday, and we'll see you next time on The Boot Room.